Welcome to the Tutors of Life podcast, where we research life so you don't have to. Episode 348. This is your host, Shaun Tudor.
And this is Sam. And this is a talk episode where the tutors talk.
It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday evening.
November 6th.
November 6th. The day after Donald Trump won the presidential election to become the 47th president of the United States of America.
He's only the second president to win after losing a second term.
Fucking monster, dude. I will admit, I had a high all day.
Yeah. Were you just on cloud nine?
All day. All day.
I was in a really, I don't want to say lawful mood, but I was like looking up a whole bunch of different laws today.
Oh, interesting. So yeah, I like, I got like 6.5 hours of sleep. Got up 5:30.
You got up before the alarms, didn't you?
I got up at 4:30 because I wanted to know. And I was like, go back to bed. You can wait till 5:30. But I got up at 4:30 and I was like, I need to know. And I'm like, stop it. Go back to bed. So I went back to bed until 5:30. At which point I woke up at like 5:29. I was like, I'm up. I'm done. So I went and looked. Boom. Win. Fuck yeah. Get ready. Go to the gym. Train. Because I'm fucking jacked. Go help Kyle with some shit. Then went down and roofed.
Nice.
And I was just loving life all day. Up on a roof. Just roofing. Having fun. You can't not have fun up on a roof. The day you find out President Trump won the presidency, I could have been a fucking addict today and I'd have been happy. So anyways,
yeah, you're in a good mood.
I'm in a good mood.
I will not lie, I did up my Facebook time today because I just wanted to just watch the world burn. It's going to go back down tomorrow, but it was exciting for me.
It was good, dude. It's a good day. Super excited. Sad that we didn't get Hovde in the Senate. But I'm very happy we got Van Orden in the House.
Yeah.
So that's a big win there. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited. I really, I know everyone's saying it, but we got a long time before inauguration. We got to make sure Trump stays safe. Because, dude, with his team around him, did you watch the winning speech today?
No, I didn't actually.
Dude, the team he's got around him. It just RFK, right? So, yeah.
Did you see sorry. Oh, you continue and then I'll tell you about this.
It just RFK joining the Republican Party to be head of like what's okay for food and drugs.
The health and wellness of the country.
Yeah. What were you saying?
There was a picture of it was Donald Trump, Dana White, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
And it said like the CEO, CMO, and the COO.
Yep. CFO
of the United States. And I was like, that'd be a pretty good fucking lineup.
Bro. Crazy. 3
businessmen.
Yeah.
Not politicians.
No. 3 businessmen. 3 fucking studs. You have, okay, dude. You've got probably the most known person in the world, Donald Trump. Okay. You've got the richest man in the fucking world.
Is he really the
Elon
richest?
Musk.
Oh, yeah.
Elon Musk, the richest man in the fucking world. And then you've got Dana White, probably one of the best brand
and business.
Brand, business, marketing ever. And he's got all of the UFC behind him. All of the biggest fucking fighters in the world. That is that is such a stack right there. Insane. And then, so you got those 3 studs. And then you got JD Vance, who clearly wants to fucking get some shit done. Stud. Vivek Ramaswamy. Come on, dude. It's so fucking stacked. I want to see what the fuck they do.
The thing is, is they're going to have to really push these first 2 years. Because as of right now, we for sure won the Senate. Republicans for sure have won that majority. It's looking pretty promising for the House that they'll win the majority. There's still some that they haven't called with like 80% reporting, but so I mean they got 2 years until the midterm elections. So I mean the Senate and the House could switch at that time. So we got 2 years of we need to get shit done.
GSD, baby. GSD. I wanted to just fucking work today because I was so jacked up. I'm living the dream is what I'm doing.
The thing that, like, I think is just so interesting about this whole thing, most of the people that I saw posting, a majority of the people posting today were people from my high school, obviously, or college day. Actually, not very many of my college friends posted today. It was a lot of my high school friends that posted, or acquaintances, whatever. And they were all posting about, like, women's rights and abortion rights and whatever. Sometimes gay rights, whatever. And it was just, like, so interesting to me because I was just like, are we really going to get so into this election because of abortion laws, which are now at the state level instead of the federal level? And I was talking to Shaun about this. If any of you listeners know and can tell me, because you can't Google search it, no one will fucking answer it. So with Roe v. Wade overturned, is it even possible for there to be a federal abortion ban? Because, I mean, Roe v. Wade just basically said that it was federally protected by constitutional rights, which meant that it put it at the state level. So I don't know. It's just such a weird thing because if it's not federal, I guess if Roe v. Wade was overturned and now like the federal can't do anything about like protection of it, could they also, but they could still ban it? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, let me ask you this then. Is marijuana illegal?
Federally, right? No, there's nothing federally, right? It's to the states, right?
No, marijuana is illegal federally.
Okay, but then the states can overrule it?
You tell me.
Huh. Well, they must be able to because 20-some states have.
Right.
30-some, whatever. Interesting. So if any of you know, let me know if it's even possible. We were talking about this is like some of the laws I was looking into because I saw people posting about it, whatever. Wisconsin's one of those states where you can get an abortion up to 22 weeks.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Yes, marijuana is illegal under federal law. Okay.
So, but the states can overrule it?
Yeah.
Interesting. So, if there was a
24 states and the District of Columbia.
So, if there was a federal abortion ban, then states could overrule it.
There you go.
Dumb. So there you go. Proves my point. Anyways, so Wisconsin has, you can get an abortion up to like 21, 22 weeks.
Yeah.
Some things I was seeing where practitioners won't do it even after 18 weeks in Wisconsin. But then like, obviously like there's the exceptions for, if it's like medically needed to be done to like save the mother or child, whatever. But then we got our good old neighbors to the west of us, Minnesota.
Yeah.
They have no restrictions.
No, there's zero.
I wasn't sure if that was a joke, right? That like Waltz put that in law.
Right.
They won't explicitly say it.
No.
Because I think they're afraid to.
Right. That you can have an abortion up until the day you have your kid.
Yeah. Yep. So, we always got that state to fall back on if we need to.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
But yeah, so that was like mainly of the people.
But almost every state has it where if there's a complication and there's something that happened to the baby, an accident, or the wife's at risk of dying, the mom's at risk of dying, that they'll abort the baby at any time.
Yeah.
And it's just like, so people, like there was a comment on my mom's post from a liberal cousin of hers, I think liberal aunt of hers, that was just like, oh, hopefully none of your daughters-in-law, hopefully nothing happens to their baby when they're pregnant.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I would fucking hope not. Like, yeah, we really hope nothing goes wrong. Mm-hmm. But if something does go wrong, guess what? It's still legal.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, crazy. Mm-hmm. It's just it's ridiculous to me of like how naive and stupid people are.
Mm-hmm. The other like fun thing about this is Trump. So one of there's a few states that are really restrictive. Florida's really restrictive, so it's like up to 6 weeks. And then like obviously there's the exceptions for after that, but it's up to 6 weeks that you can get one. And Trump actually criticized DeSantis for it, and said if he becomes president, he's going to make him change it.
To do what?
To extend it, because right now it's up to 6 weeks. That's all.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Right. And you have to figure if you have a normal cycle, you're finding out at 4 weeks.
Right.
So you got a 2-week window, and that's if you have a normal cycle.
Damn.
I know people, Brooke, I think she said she probably didn't find out until, she is pretty sure she was way later than what they expected when she found out, because her cycle was so not consistent.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so he's even like criticized DeSantis for their legislative on it, and
sure.
has said he'll make him change it.
Oh, interesting. I like that. Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I just feel like that doesn't matter.
It's the only... that's what I was getting to. That is the only thing I've seen.
Yeah, the only thing... Oh, you've got a daughter. Oh, people come like, you have a daughter. Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Yeah, I'll teach her to have high morals.
Yeah, crazy.
And fucking keep it in her pants.
Yeah, dude. Wow, crazy. It's just interesting to me, dude. They just... talk about this is what I legitimately don't understand. The side that says they're all about unity is the side that's trying to tell you to kill your children and mutilate your children. And it's like, why? Mm-hmm. Like, you're supposed to be the unification, the good guys in theory, the moderates, and you're telling the people that like you should kill your kids, and if you do happen to have your kids, you should mutilate them and let them be a different gender. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, okay, that's a little fucked up.
Because it's reversible, babe.
Yeah, it's yeah, my ass retards. But anyways. It just blows my mind that like the Democrats have gone so far from like who they were 30 years ago, 20 years ago,
even 8 years ago.
They've gone so far. They're not even the same people. It's not even the same. Dude, look at Obama's policies. I think Obama was fucking trash. I still think he's trash. But dude, he deported more immigrants than any other president in history, including Trump. Mm-hmm. Dude, what? He wanted to build a border wall. Mm-hmm. Oh, he was building a border wall.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, everyone's like, the liberals are like, you have to let all the immigrants in. It's like, what? Democrats 8 years ago supported Trump and were like, supported Obama and were cool with all that shit. Mm-hmm. Bonkers, dude.
Yeah, it's wild. Just in case if you guys didn't know, we learned, thanks to Ryan Gray, that non-competes are now invalid. I don't know if it's federally or if it's in Wisconsin.
It's fucked up.
The only two exceptions is for a sale of a business or if you're a senior executive.
I think it's a sale of a big business, too. I don't think, like, a small business counts, does it?
It just said sale of business.
Okay, sale of business and executives.
Yep.
Crazy, dude. Crazy.
So that goes to show, right? Like, so that was, like, passed in, like, March, something like that. That just goes to fucking show how much, like, shit they just passed without people knowing. Oh my God.
Like,
Like,
getting a say, dude. How we not... Well, I don't understand, dude. I don't understand how all this shit just gets pushed through and passed without, like... How do we not have representatives letting us know and us voting on it? Like, how... Okay, so we just had the election, right?
Oh, speaking of, this actually just triggered something. Florida, one of their questions was to change the abortion law to, I think, up to 20 weeks or something.
Okay, cool.
So that passed.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. I don't understand. We don't have to have it the polls how it was, but they all have our phone numbers. We get just mass fucked all politics season, right? How come it's not a thing where a political party or it's like the representatives for our area for like each area, the representatives for each area, if there's things like that, like the non-compete thing, how is it not like pushed out in a
Mailer.
well, or even in a text to vote on, like, hey,
Yeah.
are you interested in would you like if we got rid of non-competes and whatever, and let people vote on it. And then you could represent them appropriately, you know, and we just saw there's new rules they wanted to get rid of subcontractors.
Yeah.
Which would fuck everyone.
So many people.
Dude, it would fuck every general contractor in the world. We'd be fucked. I know a bunch of general contractors. They'd all be fucked.
And it's not even subcontractors, it's independent contractors. So how many people do we know that are like, oh yeah, I'm independently contracted out through this business?
Yeah.
So that now, and so it used to be like a two-factor system, and now it's like a six-factor system.
I think it's 6-factor system. And like, so before on the 2 realm, we had it down packed, no worries. Well, we just saw the 6. And so we just have to adjust our contracts now to represent all 6 of them.
And this past was started in like March, and we did not know.
But we didn't hear nothing.
Nothing
so this
of
past
it.
in March, we only found out about it because you were looking into something else. You were looking into the non-compete thing.
Yes, and then it made me remember that I heard that they were talking about getting rid of subcontractors in Wisconsin.
Yep.
And so I just happened to look it up again because we were talking about the non-compete thing, and then I was like, oh, fuck.
So get this. So the whole reason they want to get rid of independent contractors and subcontractors is so that they have to be offered health care by a company. Okay? Get this. Working with a gentleman today. Great guy. Used to work for a union company. When he was leaving that union company, so is him, he's got his wife on the policy, and then their 4 kids. They were paying $2,500 a month for insurance premium, health care insurance premium. Okay.
Okay.
25. And so he decides to become an independent contractor. He does a lot of work with us. Good guy. Great guy. He goes to the same place, the same office that the company he used to work for had health insurance through. And he's like, hey, you guys already have all of my info. I've been with you for 15 years. What would it cost to get insurance direct? It's going to be $150. And this is in August, he said. He's like, okay, $150 a month? That's amazing. That's so good. And they're like, a month? No, for the rest of the year.
Like he had paid that much in that they... Or that's like what it is?
That's what it is. One income household. Okay. One income household with 4 kids. The wife works part-time. But yeah, so what it was the company had so many stop losses, had so many claims on their policy that it started, when he first started out, it was low. And then it just kept ticking up to the point where essentially him and all the guys around him are paying for all the unhealthy people, right? Or all the accidents, right? And I know other companies like that, right?
My previous company
Was just like that. And it really made me think, dude, I'm like, honestly, how fucking bullshit that they're trying to get rid of independent contractors and subcontractors. How bullshit is it that they're trying to make companies have to require healthcare? Dude, fuck that. Companies shouldn't even be allowed to offer healthcare.
No, because it's going to be so much more expensive.
It's bullshit. It's such a fucking scam. It should be the individual. And why it should be the individual is because it's on the individual on their fucking own health, dude. I should not be responsible if I'm an employee. I should not be responsible if I fucking work out 6 days a week. I eat healthy. I have a physical. My job is like 40% physical. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing shit, right? I'm staying healthy. I'm not fat. I might be like 12% body fat, and I'm not in as good a shape as I usually am, right? And so you're telling me because fucking Tommy over there wants to slurp down a 12-pack of fucking Mountain Dew every day and go to fucking Quick Trip for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I have to cover his fucking heart attack? No, dog. Bullshit. Company, it should be illegal for companies to fucking do healthcare. You should have to cover healthcare on your own as an individual, just like you have to for fucking other things, right? Like, there's certain things in your life you have to do on your own, right? Healthcare should be one of them.
Dude, it's so interesting because, like, people don't realize that, like, there's so many things that, like, your actions affect a big group of people.
Yeah.
So, like, at where I worked before, there were some people that would go to the doctor all the fucking time and for everything.
Yep.
And our insurance kept going up every single year. And they would, like, always be like, well, so-and-so had a big accident. Oh, well, so-and-so broke this bone. Oh, well, so-and-so had this and blah, 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 blah. And we had, like, 5 people have babies one year. And so finally we got to a year where, like, nothing happened. It still jumped up, like, a ton, but it's because the insurance company's like trying to regain any money they can for past everything.
Dude, so I'm gonna pig you right off of that, right? Review your auto insurance and your home insurance and shit, because I know multiple people, but Kyle in particular. There was he got hit, right? Or whatever. Some whatever. I don't know if it was that time when he got hit. Otherwise, there was another time.
That he filed a claim.
Whatever it was. Anyways, they just tacked on. So, like, they paid out $2,000 or whatever. Their premiums just went up to recoup that $2,000 over the next 2 years. So it's like, okay, so you got that claim, you got that money, and then they just tack it on anyways to, like, recoup their funds. So you're paying all this money, dude. You know how they're always like, oh, you pay insurance for if something happens. Yeah, but you just sit there and pay and pay and pay and pay and pay and pay. And then an accident happens and they're like, oh, well, we're going to increase it anyways to recoup what you just got. Oh, because me just paying with no fucking accidents for the last 15 years means nothing? Correct. All right, guys, so why I'm saying that? To check on your houses, check on your personal home, check on your rentals, especially if you have rentals. When you go and apply for insurances for rentals, they ask if you had any claims. And if you have, a lot of companies, if you had a claim, they won't touch you. If you've had 2 claims, They really won't touch you. If you had 3 claims, good luck getting insurance, right? So a big thing like the storm chasers that run around and they get you your free roof, your free siding. Dude, I got nothing against the guys that do it. I got great friends that do. Have great friends that do that business. I love them. Nothing against them, but understand the repercussion. You do that a couple too many times, you rule yourself out of certain insurances. And you could even rule yourself out of getting insurance or getting insurance at such a high premium that the free roof wasn't worth it, right?
Right.
And so it's just it's something to really think about. But
I mean, because we were very fortunate because we had a great insurance agent at the time. We had sewage backup in two of our rentals because they were connected. And Shaun wanted to file a claim on it. Sadly, they weren't covered for sewage backup, but that was also a good thing because she then told us about this, about like how a lot of insurance companies, if you file one claim and try and file a second, they'll drop you.
Yeah.
And she's like, so if you want to file your one claim, like make sure it's worth it.
Yeah. And I so because of learning that, I increased all my premiums to $5,000 for my premiums now because, I'm by having deductible. Sorry, my deductible's 5,000 now. I did that because it lowers my premium a lot. And I'm not gonna if something's $5,000, dude, I'm paying for it out of pocket. Because it's not worth you.
We basically have insurance for if like it's a total devastation.
That's it, dude. You have to look at this bitch in a fucking the world we live in, dude. You got to look at this bitch in a 20, 30, 40 year span. You can't look at this shit for this year. You can't look at it for 5 years. You got to look at this bitch for 10, 20, 30 years. And I'm over here like this, okay? If I have a claim that's $5,000, will that help me this year? Yeah, probably. Okay. What's that going to do for me in 5 years? So is it better for me to just be responsible, save money? If something like that happens, I pay the $5,000 out of pocket, but it leaves me so that if down the road in 5, 10 years, I have a fire, I've got a flood, or whatever it is, a tornado, and I have a total loss, I have that option. I have the ability to get that. Or better yet, my premiums haven't been jacked through the fucking roof, dude. People do not understand this, dude. I've seen it with people in like auto loans and stuff. And healthcare, dude. They're like, oh, my premium's this. And I'm like, yeah, mine's 1/3 of that. And they're like, how? And I was like, well, how many claims have you had? Well, not many. Well, how many? 3 in the last year. Okay. Okay. I haven't had one ever.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, really think about that shit, guys. Try to get your premiums as low as possible. We do the same thing with our healthcare.
Yeah.
Because just be responsible, dude. Save money. Pay it out of pocket. Only go to the hospital when you need to and shit like that.
I mean, we have an emergency fund, so obviously if anything like catastrophic happens, like we'll be covered.
Right.
Our deductible's high, but we never go to the hospital, so we'll never reach our deductible, and it's fine.
Right.
Like, we know that it's fine. We've saved up for it. It's whatever.
Right.
But also, like, going on the piggybacking off of the, like, your choices affecting everyone. Another thing that passed in almost every single county in Wisconsin was a school referendum. And I get it.
I don't get it.
Hold on. Let me finish my sentence.
Go ahead.
Bitch.
Go ahead.
Teachers should get paid more. But that's not what these referendums are for. At all. Not at all.
Hold on. That's not true. Keep going.
Kind of. Well, for this one. See, the article that Shaun and I saw 2 different things.
We got 2 very different things. Okay, go ahead.
Mine the article I read said it was for mental health and special education support. So that's what all this referendum was going to go for. And it was
$18 million a year for the next 4 years for mental health. Mm-hmm. And dude, how many fucking people do we have now? How many people are that fucked up now? That you need $18 million a year?
100%.
But what the fuck you talking about? How fucked up are these people? If that's a thing, dude, what the fuck is in the food? What's in the drugs these people bringing me? What are they being taught? Because, dude, if mental illness is up that much since we've been in school,
something's wrong.
Dude, you're telling me in the last 10 fucking years, our mental health is up so much that in our little area here, less than 100,000 people for just public schools, that we need 18 million a fucking year for mental illness? The fuck is wrong with you people?
Right.
What did you do to our people?
Right. Exactly. Like, there's something else way more going on. But, so anyways, what Shaun read was that it was for mental health and teacher benefits.
Teacher benefits. Yeah. Staff benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so what people don't realize is that, because a good majority of people in Eau Claire rent.
Yeah.
So they don't see property taxes.
People are fucking stupid, dude. I'm sorry.
So they're like, oh, property taxes are going up. Doesn't affect me. I'll pass this.
Did it say, though, that property taxes will go up in the referendum?
I
don't think so.
Not on the voter sheet,
No.
it won't say that on the voter sheet.
But people don't understand that, right, though? You know, when people go in to vote, they're not looking at that.
I knew growing up that referendums raise taxes. Because...
Yeah, babe.
What?
You are smart.
But I know, but my mom would always talk about it because Altoonah's would never pass because Altoona was full of old people. So they had a whole bunch of, so none of the old people wanted their taxes to raise because they didn't have kids in school anymore. So it wouldn't affect them. So we never had a referendum pass.
Right.
So that's why I always knew about it because my parents actually talked to me about it. Most parents don't.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. You had a smart accountant mother talking to a smart daughter, and that's what you get. I bet you if you ask the majority of people, they'd be like, what do you mean? The budget's just higher. Mm-hmm. But what grinds my fucking gears, dude, is they're like, we're seeking $18 million a year for this year and the next 3 years after that, and to not follow our budget. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, why do you have a budget then if you can just be over by 18 million a fucking year for the next 4 years? What?
It's better than the phrasing of the last one, which said, oh yeah, we mismanaged our COVID funds.
Fuck them, dude.
And need more money to fix up our schools.
All right, guys, so you want to explain to them what it means for the taxpayers and rent?
So for every $100,000 that your house is worth, your property taxes will go up $100 per 100,000 it's worth.
A year.
Yeah. A year. So
it was just up the last 2 years. So the last 2 years, they had this in effect.
Yeah. Also, they did say 100 or more. It didn't say strictly 100. Right. So we'll see.
What I'm interested in, so they increased our taxes the last 2 years for that. You think they're really going to just have that as a wash and just keep rolling it forward?
Like stop that other one?
Yeah.
I think they have to legally.
Legal, dude. I don't trust a goddamn thing anymore.
Yeah. It would. I'm like curious.
Because in that theory, real quick, then our taxes won't go up.
Right, they should be the same.
They should be the same. Mm-hmm. In that theory.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see when we get all of our property tax bills in probably a month.
I bet you they go up.
I bet you they go up too. Mm-hmm.
I fucking love it, dude. So so it goes up, and every property you own, $100 a year for every 100,000 the property's worth.
And you're telling me that landlords are just going to eat that cost? Oh, hell no. Hell no, our landlord's gonna eat that money.
That's getting passed to you, tenant.
Yep.
Gladly.
Yep.
It's the same thing when insurance goes up and shit. Mm-hmm. It all gets passed on. Some people don't. You know, some older landlords don't or whatever. But, dude, most of the people new in the game that have been in it for the last, 5 years or less, they have to, dude. It's the only way you can survive in this world, in this game, dude. You have to, if property taxes go up, your rent's going up. Mm-hmm. If fucking insurance goes up, rent's going up. It's just how it is. And not to mention, dude, we also increase just to increase because cost of living goes up. And, it's like maintenance is more expensive every year. It just like, labor wise, it's so much harder to get people. Do we see it in construction? How much more expensive a lot of shit is. Mm-hmm. I can't believe what some of these fucking contractors charge now. Mm-hmm. I mean, we charge, quite a bit. And a lot of the times I'm seeing what we're fucking doing. And I'm like, God, dude, that's not bad. And stuff. It's just crazy.
Talk closer to your mic.
I'm sorry.
I know you're about to take a drink, so that's why I was annoyed. Yeah. So, and I think we just did a podcast on this too, didn't we? About
I'm sure.
Your actions affecting other actions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, so overall, election went really, really well.
Oh yeah, dude. We were just ranting for nothing. I'm happy as a fucking clam, dude. Mm-hmm. I'm so goddamn excited.
Literally, someone was kicking and moving and waking me up this morning. I think it's because she knew.
She knew the good news, dude. Mm. Already a Trump supporter. Oh my God, the craziest thing about it all, right? I posted that shit on my story. Mm-hmm. First off, I was in Andy Frisella's story.
You were. So
that is pretty much peaking in life. Andy Frisella, Real AF, listen to it. Listen to every episode because he's the man. But so I posted on my story that I voted Trump 2024, Mm-hmm. I had people that I had no idea. If you would ask me, Shaun, are these people liberal or Democrat? Are they Democrat or Republican? I'd be like, Dems all day. Multiple people reach out. And I'm like, dude, this makes my heart so warm to see how many logical people there are. Even I know their circle of influence and stuff, and to see that really warms my soul.
Yeah.
So anyways, it's beautiful to see that. And a lot of the amount of people that liked it too, that reacted to it. I'm like,
there's so many closet Republicans because...
Bro, so many. I was talking to one today. We're texting today. And they're essentially chat with me because they're so excited.
Yeah.
And I love it. And they're like, I would love to post, but I got to stay in the closet. They started their day out with a client. Mm-hmm. So they have clients. They start their day out with a client who comes in and is just having a sob story about how fucking Trump won and all this shit and how terrible life is and whatever. And the individual has to sit there and, essentially console their client because they bring them business. Mm-hmm. They bring them work. And liberals, as soon as they found out you're a Republican, they're not coming back. And so when 40-50% of your business is from liberals,
gotta just suck it up,
dude. It's tough. It was funny. I was chatting today with a person. It just made me laugh. It just
there's the thing that we always say: don't mix politics with business,
dude. I mean, we got it. And this is one thing that we go and we do work for people, and we know they're liberal. They got the signs out front, and whatever.
But it's cool. It's it's okay to have a different opinion.
Yeah, because guess what? Some of these people that are like that, I think they're awesome. We hang out, we chat, we have a great time, and stuff. And that's how it used to be, and that's how it should be. Just because we have differing opinions doesn't mean we can't work together.
No.
Doesn't mean we can't be friends and hang out. I mean, you and I have friends, that we're talking to, that didn't vote the way we vote. And it is what it is, dude.
They're still our friends.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, that's you, man. That's not, like, you got your own beliefs. I got my own beliefs. Doesn't mean we can't be friends. Mm-hmm. I live in this is what I believe in. That's what you believe in.
I did see one person posted in the best way, like, the best verbiage. And, like, she's just like, I voted in the way that is best for my family, my business, and my health. And I was just like, yeah, if those are your top 3 priorities,
yep,
then yeah, you should pick which party aligns with your top 3 priorities most.
That's it.
And that's all that matters.
And if people are voting, what means the most to them, that's cool, man. Mm-hmm. We can still be friends.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's something I've always, thought of. And dude, that's even like, it goes down to basics everything, right? Like, I got friends I don't agree with and like with certain values and stuff. Doesn't mean we can't be friends.
Right.
I got friends that I have complete different hobbies than. Doesn't mean we can't be friends. We come on here and we talk, right? We come on here, we talk about finances, mm-hmm. business, relationships, politics, whatever. And we got friends that don't know how to manage finances for a fucking lick. Mm-mm. That don't have the best jobs or like fucking bounce between jobs, shit like that.
Hate working out.
Yeah, aren't like fit. Don't do any of that shit. Think that we're fucking crazy for what we say about like food and shit. And it's like, dude, we're still friends. Like I don't care. Like just because we're on a different like morals, values, like wavelength, whatever, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. We meant to mention this earlier and then I forgot. Do you remember the cult thing?
Yeah.
I thought that was like interesting to like point out, and like I meant to bring it up when I was talking about how like the only thing that I saw people post about was the cult thing, or was the abortion thing.
Yeah. So I don't remember who exactly brought it up. Do you?
No. It was on some Joe Rogan podcast.
On Joe Rogan, it might have been Elon Musk. Maybe it was JD Vance.
No, I think it was someone we didn't know. Like. Oh. Yeah, it was someone else.
Okay. Yeah, it was on the Joe Rogan podcast, but it was someone talking about a cult, and cults really focus on like 2 to 3 ideologies, mm-hmm. And they really focus and put all their effort between 2 to 3 ideologies because it's something you can really get people like fired up on and to follow you on, mm-hmm. And so they said when they noticed how crazy the left was getting with abortion, that they were using cult-like tactics.
It was like abortion, transgenderism, and one other thing that they were like obsessed about.
Yeah. What is it? I don't remember the other thing. It might have been like gender equality or not gender, like racism.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was like racism, transgender issues, and abortion. And they're like, when we saw that their whole movement was based on those 3 radical things and not on like actual policies, I knew it was a cult and I knew to stay away. Mm-hmm. And it makes a lot of sense because, right, like when Trump goes up and talks, and if you guys watched him on Joe Rogan, he talked about a gambit of things, and he talks a lot about policy, mm-hmm. and a lot about what he wants to do and how he's going to do it to an extent. He can't tell everything, but how he's going to do it, how he's going to get more tariffs, pay down debt, get rid of the fluff in the government, and then pay down debt, reduce taxes, and try to get rid of income tax, and
And the health and the safety of the U.S.
Health and safety. Worry about the U.S. first and not other countries. Get the health of the citizens better. You know, he talked about supporting and getting IVF covered under healthcare. And so, you know, a lot of closing the border, deportation of illegal immigrants, and so there's a lot of stuff. And when he's talking, he's bringing these things up. It's like, and the drill, baby drill, you know, produce the oil, and it's like, wow, dude. When he talks, it's really policy. What is he going to do to change the U.S. for the better? And that's the kind of shit that I love. You know, I don't get, dude. I'm not the type of guy that gets behind someone because they rant about like a couple key like, you're not gonna win my vote through emotion. Mm-hmm. You know, you're not winning me through emotion. You gotta lay out logical fucking steps for me to go, yeah, that makes sense.
If you are like upset, which you're probably not going to be listening to our podcast if you're upset about Trump winning. If you have friends that are upset, try to convince them to listen to Trump or JD Vance on the Joe Rogan podcast.
That's really good.
JD Vance's I really, really liked because you just really can start connecting with him in that one more.
Yeah, he's really good.
Just because he does talk about policy in such like a humanly friendly way.
Yeah.
Like what their policy stance are and all this stuff. So if you have friends or family that are upset, just be like, just give these a listen and see like what you think.
Yeah.
I just think they were really good. They were a really good podcast for them to just casually talk about like their ideas and plans for presidency.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it a lot. But I mean, and it goes back to like, you know, not even those guys, just like people in general that I hang out with. If we're having a good conversation and it's based on a lot of logic, it's usually going to be more enjoyable. Mm-hmm. We're usually like, when I think of like hanging out with people and people I really like, when we're having good, stimulating conversations that are about something, it's so much better than when I'm listening to someone complain about something.
Yeah.
Bro, when someone's complaining to me, I'm like, you're draining my energy. I don't give a fuck. Like, if you have something to like vent about real quick, or like almost like a warning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, dude, get this. This motherfucker did this. And be like, oh, wow, that's really good to know. Mm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, vacation was really nice for Shaun and I because it was just like us. Like, we didn't have...
no influence on the dumb shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's shit like that. Like, I don't mind a short, quick, like, bop, bop, like, oh, can you believe this happened? Or can you believe whatever? Okay.
But when you go on for half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour...
Dude, and make excuses. Oh, I had this come up, or I had this come up. I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Because guess what? I got shit that comes up, too. Mm-hmm. Anyways, yeah. So, super happy today.
Yeah, that's good.
Really happy. Roofing is a lot of fun. I have fun, dude. I think it's fun. Maybe it's just me. Mm-hmm.
Did you have fun because it was a steel roof or just roofing in general?
No, I just think I like roofing. I think roofing's fun.
Interesting.
I don't mind shingles.
Yeah.
I like steel because then I don't have to be on my knees as much.
Yeah.
Like ever. So that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Did the roof things work?
We don't use them.
Oh.
We would if we were doing shingles. The pitch hoppers. Mm-hmm. When we were doing shingles, we use them, but like, they just get in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed because it's like one big sheet of steel.
Yeah, it's a sheet of steel.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think it's fun. All that shit's really fun. I mean, dude, if it was up to me, I shouldn't say that. I don't fucking know. I would just go work construction. Yeah. I wouldn't even fucking do all the shit I do, but I just do it because I do it.
I was working on my online bookkeeping course today.
Do you love it?
Dude, I don't know. They're talking about like the two journal entry system, two journal and whatever.
Yeah.
Debit and credits.
Yeah.
But if it's an asset, a debit is minus and a credit is plus. If it's
Yeah.
an equity or a liability, then it's reversed.
Yeah.
Dude, first off, it was like 3:00, 4 when I started this. And so my brain is already like, I've just done a day's worth of work. And I was like, what? So I like had to take this fucking quiz. I had to take it 5 times. Only because I kept getting one question wrong. And I just wanted to get 100% on it. So I took it 5 times till I could get the 100%.
Good job.
Yeah. I don't know. There was just like some verbiage in it just kept fucking tripping me up. And I just wanted the 100%. That's all I fucking wanted.
I kind of miss accounting.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, you can take it back if you want.
No.
Damn.
I got other fish to fry.
I know you do.
But yeah, I that was fun. I always thought that was a fun class. Fun classes.
I like numbers and I like the system of like putting the spreadsheets together and all that fun stuff. But then like when it comes to the end and it's just like Shaun got to witness my frustrations and it was bad.
I will say this. There's like when you like I usually just kind of understand it. Mm-hmm. And like when I was in school for it, I did not get every accounting class I took, I got A's. Mm-hmm. It's just like, I just got it. It just made sense to me. One of the few classes where like everything was like, yeah, that checks out. That makes sense. You're not that.
Mm-hmm. I took fucking Calc 3.
Oh, I couldn't make it through pre-calc.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it through pre-calc. I fucking algebra. Dude, I'm in algebra and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Science.
Did I tell you one of my previous, it was a short stint of dating, whatever. Sure. He was getting his GED.
Okay.
Tells you how great of a person he was. That was my rebellious phase for like 3 months.
Quality.
Yep. So he was getting his GED and he was like doing this like algebra problem. And I was like, that's wrong. And he's like, what do you mean it's wrong? And I was like, the answer in the book is wrong. And he's like, no, it can't be wrong. And I was like, because it was like some like find X equation or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, you have to do it this way. Like because of like order of operations, you have to do it this way. And so he like brought it to the tutor and like the tutor was just like, I don't know what she's talking about, but like this is the way the book shows it. And I was like, the book is fucking wrong.
Interesting.
So yeah, I was like, I should have brought it to like one of my college professors and been like, tell me this fucking book is wrong.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard that story like 8 times now.
I don't think the podcast has ever heard it.
All right, dude. All right.
Bitch.
All right.
Wow.
I used to understand algebra.
Mm-hmm.
In high school, I understood algebra. And then I didn't take algebra from high school. So then 2013, then I didn't take it again until 2017.
Yeah.
And dude, 4 years off of algebra, not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was taking accounting courses and those all made sense. But I couldn't do it. But I remember when I took physics in 2013, I took physics.
Yeah.
And there was some way to solve problems. There was a problem in particular on a test, and I'm looking at the problem, and it said, or whatever, it said, like, show how you got it or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't remember the formula they gave me, so I just solved it through algebra, and I, like, left out portions because I didn't want the teacher to think I was stupid. And so then he called me into his office and he's like, hey, dude, so you got the number here? Did you cheat or how'd you get it? And I was like, no. I was like, to be honest with you, I didn't know your formula. So I just did it this way. And I just like went through it with him. And he's like, oh, my God, dude. He's like, I've never seen that before. It works. But that is like, you got the right answer. don't know how the hell you coming up with that, but and I was like, yeah, that's just like what made sense to me. But it was like solving through algebra for physics.
Interesting.
I don't know.
It's one course I never took.
It was sweet. That was a really cool class.
Yeah, I never took physics.
Yeah.
Because it was optional in high school, and then I didn't have to in college. I was all biology and chemistry.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, shit's kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I remember about, because I had 2 friends in college that were both in accounting.
Yeah.
I guess 3 if we count Eva.
Yeah.
And the 2 that I would talk to all the time, like, they basically were like, you either get accounting or you don't get accounting.
Yeah.
Like, it either clicks or it doesn't.
I believe that to be true.
And both of them, like, were lucky. Like, it clicked for them. But they were just like, yeah, we got so many classmates that just, it doesn't click. And they just, like, keep trying to push through, and they're just like, nah.
Oh, dude, I legitimately think, like, so I took, my first accounting class I took was at the university, and there was, like, or not the university, at the tech, and there was, like, 20 something of us in the class. I think there was like 3 of us that understood it. Mm-hmm. And I think the rest of the people were just there, like, and at the time I was just there for prerequisites for business management. And I think a lot of people were there for that as well. But there was like, I think 3 of us that understood accounting.
Yeah.
And everyone else was just like struggling through. Mm-hmm. The teacher would just let us leave. Like the few of us that understood it, she was just like, you guys don't have to be here. And we're like, cool. See you next class. You know, It's just interesting. I don't know. That's true. It clicks or it doesn't. But maybe I should have stayed in accounting, I guess, is what I'm getting at. But I didn't. So.
Yeah. Now, here I am taking this bookkeeping class online.
Yeah, it would be way too much fucking around for me to get into accounting.
Yeah.
Doesn't even seem like it's something I want to do.
No. You could probably honestly just take some online courses and learn plenty.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because we already own our own business, so it's not like you're going to start your own accounting firm or some shit.
No. Yeah, I would rather just work.
Mm-hmm. Like physically work?
Yeah, I'll just let you handle it.
Okay. You just can't get mad at me when I don't understand things.
I'm not going to make that promise.
I gotta like let you do it a couple times and like figure out a way where then I can just plug and chug into the spreadsheet and it just calculates for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just need to make sure then I just have to make sure the numbers in the sheet are right, and then it just automatically spits out what I need.
Right.
Yeah. It'll just take a couple times. Anyways.
Cool.
Yeah.
I got faith in you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a spreadsheet fucking god, so.
You love spreadsheeting.
They're my favorite. I'm going to change our rental one a little bit.
All right, dude. Mm-hmm. Whatever works for you, babe.
I know. There's just like things, the more we use them, the more I'm like, I don't like how this is, and I just need to adjust. But I figured I'd wait to adjust our rental one until the end of, the start of the next year.
Correct.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'm probably going to adjust the budgets for the customer jobs as well.
Whatever, dude. As long as it makes sense. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like how I do it makes sense for me. Not for you.
No.
But it makes a lot of sense for me, and it's what I've been doing for the last 3.5 years.
It's what I'm trying to like make the spreadsheets where like they're invincible to everyone.
Right.
So like if I'm not, like if I want to hire someone to do my job,
right,
they should have no issues. Like they just have to input all the receipts, and then it'll spit out everything that they need at the end.
Because I will admit, most people could not plug and chug the way I do it.
No.
They'll fuck it up.
Yep. I fucked it up.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It makes sense. Whatever I do makes sense to me. But I know that's why you're in that position and not me, because it might make sense to me, but it ain't making sense to anyone else. And you can't systemize something if I can't make it make sense.
Yeah.
So
Here we are.
here we are.
I was thinking of ChatGPTing it. Let's see what it spits out at me.
Doesn't hurt.
I know it really doesn't.
So
If you guys haven't done the Instagram trend, we didn't talk about this, did we?
all right, go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna say like we haven't talked about it, right?
I don't think so.
There's an Instagram trend where you go on ChatGPT and you put in like you can look it up to get the specifics, but it's like tell me or give me a day in the life of my life if these were my goals or something like that, and then you put in your goals. So Shaun and I haven't updated our visions in like 6 months or more. And Shaun's,
Dog, I haven't updated mine in like 2.5 years.
yeah, actually Shaun's was really old. But so I just like put in the one I had just because it'd be fun, and then it spits out a story for you of your perfect day, and it's beautiful. And then you can put
Make a daily schedule.
yeah, now give me a daily schedule to get me to above. And so then it'll spit out a daily schedule for you. It's super dope, actually, and kind of handy. I think it's a good way, like, to help you, like, envision the future better if you're not good at, like...
Yeah, I think it can. It can make you envision the future better, and it also give you a rough idea of what, like, a breakdown could be for your schedule. Mm-hmm. And you could ask it, for other options and shit, like if you didn't like the schedule to tweak it and shit like that. It gave me a couple different options, and I didn't hate them. I didn't hate them.
No, Shaun was just annoyed because ChatGPT obviously adapts to like what you input. So, because in mine...
Sam fucking throws some shit in there. Then she enters mine in. And so it's like, you wake up in the morning with your dog and you drink a cup of coffee and build some Legos. I'm like, the fuck I'm doing that for?
While Sam is still sleeping.
Yeah, while Sam, I'm like, the fuck I'm doing that for, dude? Hell no, I'm going to go to the gym. Like, this don't even make any sense.
No, you had one that you'd get up and...
Get up and go for a run or jujitsu.
Yeah,
Yeah, that actually made sense.
With Mimi while I slept.
Yeah.
All of the stories had me sleeping in and Shaun getting up early.
Yeah.
And also involved a library with our Lego collection.
Everything. And I'm like, nowhere in any of my shit do I mention any of that being... Like, I mention Sam and Mimi, and then it's just like, you have a library with Legos. And I'm like, no, I don't, dude. That's fucking the other person that fucking tainted this goddamn chat GPT.
It was great. I loved it.
Fucking ridiculous, dude. It should have been like, and I got like cars and shit in my vision. Nothing.
No, it talked about you driving.
Oh.
There was one of the versions, because Shaun had two like different old visions, so I did both of his because I was curious what the difference would be.
Right.
And one of them, I thought it was like you picking out which car you wanted to drive that
I
morning.
did do that.
Yeah.
I did do that. That's cool. Anyways, let's go to bed.
Yeah. So yeah, I highly recommend it if you have a vision to do that trend. It is just fun kind of to read and makes you fantasize a little bit. But I think it's a good motivator too. You can print them off, hang it up on your desk and be like, okay, this is my ideal day. Let's work towards it.
Right.
Well, babe, let's make America great again.
Gucci gang, make America great again. We'll catch you later.
See ya.